Yeah, we still getting set up, y'all. You know, I'm on time though. I just want y'all to know, for those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back, I'm on time. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on time. You know what I mean? I'm on time. And we got some new stuff going on today. And that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Pretty cool. I can't find my mic either, y'all. So don't fault me for that, please. I think either it fell in the car or I dropped it somewhere. I mean, yeah, I dropped it somewhere. Hopefully, I dropped it somewhere in the house, cause you know what I'm saying, I don't really be focused on doing nothing else other than this. So, I mean, you know, that's how we doing it. Hold on, I'm going solo mode today. Just want y'all to know that. Going full solo mode today. Hold on. Hold on. I know I'm being unprofessional. All right. For those of us that's gonna be watching this back, you're gonna have to play it back. You know what I'm saying? We're going full solo mode today. Let me know how y'all like this quality. I kinda dig this quality. I'm on the drug phone right now. V12. It's a pleasure to have you in here, my guy. You know what I'm saying? We in a new content house with it, y'all. For those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back, this is my second live in the house so far. We're going solo mode today. This is my second live in the house today. This is my second live in the house so far since I've been here. It's a pleasure to be here, and we got some interesting topics to talk about today. I'm very it just came across my desk as well today. I didn't even know it was a thing, but I think it's pretty cool to know what's going on in the world around you. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's a pleasure to have y'all here today. For those of y'all that's going to be watching this back, I'm going to give it, no, I ain't going to give it no more time. We're about 2 to 3 minutes in. You know, we still got to build momentum up and stuff like that. As far as getting that consistency back, I had been sick for a long while for the last few weeks that I was in Dallas, so that kind of sucked. But I've been getting my stuff together to come up to the content house up here, so I'm very excited to be doing this. But again, got to get my consistency back, got to get the rhythm and the flow back, because this is a flow. Being in front of y'all is a flow. It's a big thing. It's a big deal to me. I don't take it lightly. You know what I mean? I don't take it lightly. So I appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, so the topics today, speak through me, Lord. The topics today is we talking about gay dating apps banned in China. Gay dating apps banned in China, and then also your ICE. Our president is what's our president. Our president and his ICE task force. They apparently pepper sprayed a little girl in Chicago today. It might have been yesterday, but anyways, she got pepper sprayed. She was a 1 year old baby. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Me too for a few weeks. Yeah, bro. I don't know. That's another video that I for real want to talk to. That I want to talk about. I'm glad you just said that. I personally think, this is my personal opinion, that they're gonna try to bring around some variant of a COVID strand if it's not already here. There's something going on in the air for sure, or a very aggressive, expressive flu strand. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But yeah. That's what we talking about today. Gay dating apps banned in China. For those of us that need to know, we need to go know what's going on in the world around us. I personally didn't think that China even allowed something like that to the get go. So that's pretty cool to know. There's a lot that I didn't know about China. I thought communism mean that everything is controlled by the state, and that's it's only gonna go how the government say it go. Like real authoritarian type of stuff going on. So, and that's exactly how communism, in its tradition works. But China is a very big landmass. China is like what, a whole continent, right? You know what I'm saying? China, a whole continent. So, there's different situations and there's different rules and regulation that goes on throughout different parts of China. But uh, yeah, the part of China where I'm talking about, they did ban those apps, and they're very serious about the moral character and currency of their what's the word of their population. So yeah. And then also, y'all, we're gonna be talking about. Hey, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see it. We are a quarter of the way monetized, somewhat monetized. I don't know. We monetized though. They hit me up with the email, so I appreciate y'all being here and the ones that's gonna be tuning in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because we are able to start earning from this channel. It's a long way coming. We still got a long way to go, but there's a way that y'all can be join exclusive memberships and stuff like that. I'm not educated on everything, so I'm gonna learn all that, and then I'm gonna get back to y'all with that for sure. We'll do it. It's been free. Oh yeah, man. I appreciate you being here. I know the numbers low right now, but it all adds up and it all builds up because we are the biggest, and I don't just say that as a matter of it's true. So, but anyways, that's what's going on today. China, China, bro. I didn't even think China allowed this stuff in the first place. So it's all about growth and scaling, brother. All about growth and scaling for sure. But yeah, I didn't even know China allowed this stuff in the first place. Is what I'm saying. Like I thought, like when I seen that, I was like, damn, China. You could I don't hear about issues, but you know what? That's probably good because the only thing that we traditionally know about these countries is what media shows us, is what Hollywood shows. So I'm not thinking that everybody, I'm not thinking that everybody do kung fu and stuff like that. Nah, I'm just thinking that shit, it's basically a dictatorship. Every time I look over there, it seems like it's the same type of family that be in charge and shit like that. So I'm thinking it's a dictatorship, but no, like I said just a second ago, there's parts in China where it's almost like a democracy, and that's called Hong Kong. I didn't know that. You feel me? My different members of my family had been to Hong Kong and shit before, so they were used to they know a little something, but nah, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I didn't know that at all. So when I found that out, like, gay people can't, they got these. You can't access. So if you already download, I learned what's going on over there because they got so much different stuff going over there. I just thought like, wow, because there's a genocide going on in China as well. It's called the correct me if I'm wrong. It's called the Rigger. They're like the Riggers. They are a Muslim Chinese. They are Muslim national Chinese. Like they from China, but they're Muslim, and like a lot of them have been getting kidnapped. A lot of them have gone missing and have been and the ones that families know where they are. They've been in these prison style labor camps. You know what I mean? Doing free labor and stuff like that. So they got a big situation that's going on with them. I knew that. So and this is the same place, China, mind you. This is the same place that has a social credit system, meaning they track everything. They track everything you do. They track, you feel me? They track your, and that's what they're trying to do over in the UK. For those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back that saw the live yesterday, I talked about that very briefly. The UK is having a big giant protest right now for the same thing that's going on in China. They want to introduce a social credit system. Or essentially digital ID, excuse me. Digital ID, which means that you're going to be able to track my body weight, my marital status, basically like, my social security information, not my social security, but including my social security information, the way I vote, my what I eat, because they call us the consumers. You know what I mean? They don't call us people anymore. They call us the consumers. So it only makes sense that they would try to do this. But anyways, I didn't forget about China. China is the same place that has already had that type of thing going on. They call it over there, it's like a whole social credit system. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole social credit system. You feel me? So the same place that has a social credit system is the same place that, you know, has a communist government that up until 10, 15 years ago monitored the birth rate. You know what I mean? You know, that used to be the thing about the birth rate, one child policy, and that's what China used to be known for. You can only have one kid. So this is the same place that has all that. So again, when I found out that they're just now banning certain gay dating apps, I'm like, whoa, there's more freedom than I thought. You know what I mean? Western propaganda could never fully answer all of our questions as far as, you know what I mean, like as far as like what the world is around us. Western propaganda, Western media would never be able to fully tell us that, you know. So if we only rely on what we're taught about these places, we'll never know about any of these places. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know about any of these places. So yeah, that was interesting. They've been having a few different revolutions and stuff in regard to that particular issue. LGBT, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever it means, LGBTQ plus, whatever they are now, you know, they've been, you know, fighting for equal rights and stuff like that. And it's still that fight going on all over the world. How I feel about the issue personally, it's not it's not my preference, you know, but I don't think that people should be treated with hostility because of their preference, you know. That's how I feel about that. So anyways, that's what's going on in the rest of the world, on top of the genocide that's going on in the African continent as well. On top of those other issues, you know, that's kind of what's going on in the world around us, and with China particularly. You know, already have a social credit system, gay apps banned, cool, got it. Now we can kind of go stateside a little bit. Did y'all know in Chicago right now, there's been a war going on kind of with ICE. You know what I'm saying? We talked to Beasky the shooter. You know what I'm saying? If you're fucking with me, you know that we talked to Beasky the shooter. So Beasky the shooter is Chicago. So we got firsthand information onto, you know what I'm saying, kind of like what's going on around in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So when we talked to Beasky the shooter, Beasky said, hold on, y'all. I gotta go solo. Hold on. Beasky said that ICE be getting shot at. ICE be throwing, they be throwing rocks at ICE. They be Chicago not playing with ICE. That's what Beasky the shooter said. And again, we're gonna accept the news that he said as 100% law, because that's Beasky the shooter. So he got first. You know what I'm saying? First hand witness. You know what I'm saying? First eyewitness, hand witness. You know what I'm saying? So what ICE is being accused of right now is pepper spraying a little 1-year-old baby in the face, in the eyeballs. Did I think they do it? Yeah, well, they did it for sure. Do I think it was on purpose? If it matters, if it matters, we're just talking hypotheticals at this moment. If it matters, do I think that they did that on purpose? I don't think that they intended to spray the baby in the face. Hold on, I'm not justifying them using whatever, but I don't think they meant to spray the baby in the face. I think they just. Whoever did it probably just sprayed in a car full of people. You feel me? I feel like they weren't listening, when nobody listening, so he just and then the baby got hit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what happened. The police report said that the father had to go to the hospital as well. So he might have been by the child as well. Like again, when it's war, stuff like that happens, and ICE has kind of been declared to be used against the American population, even if they are, say, they're looking for, who they looking for, Venezuelans, gang members and stuff like that. That's not black people, even though we kind of be getting, everybody be getting caught in the crosshairs when they in them poor environments. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, do I think he meant to do it? The ICE agent that pepper sprayed that little baby in the face. Probably not, bro. But at the same time, do these people that are in these ICE uniforms have extreme prejudice and probably not see these people as people? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost guaranteeing that everybody who puts on an ICE uniform and who hunt these people, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna talk about all uniforms, but I'm gonna specifically say this one for sure. Yeah, I mean everybody who puts on that uniform, I believe that they don't see other races as not their own as people all the way. You know what I'm saying? I would be willing to bet that. I'd be willing to bet that. I'd be willing to give, you know what I mean? I'd be willing to give you feel me? I'd be willing to give a handsome wager, you feel me, over that, you feel me? They don't see everybody as human, for sure. For sure. So with that being said, shit is 50-50. You know what I mean? He could have not cared. He could have saw the baby and didn't care who was in the car. He told everybody to get out. They didn't get out. You know what I'm saying? It could have been all that. You know what I mean? That's a tough situation. That's sad. Side eye. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's super sad. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Trying to get back in the flow with this, man. But that's the information though, bro. That's the information. They said that they looking into it, they investigating it, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna come. I mean, the civil rights department has been shut down. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a civil matter. I don't know. Maybe that's an assault matter, so that's different. But I'm just saying that this is a different regime. This is a different world we living in. You feel me? It's different times we living in. This is different. You feel me? This is different. This is different. So I don't know if these type of situations will be taken seriously. Is what I'm saying. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Yeah, I don't even. Let me get my bare skin. See, I know I'm not playing. Look more comfortable in my space, man. Like I say, man, trying to get back more comfortable, going back live and get back on here doing my thing. You feel me? Man. Oh yeah, that's better. But yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He probably again, it was probably one of them situations where he ain't care who was in the car. That's my final take. He ain't care who was in the car. He probably did hear a little baby in the car. He probably wasn't trying to hit the baby, but he ain't give a damn. These people don't see us as people. But yeah, so now that that we talked about what's going on in China too a little bit, I do want to pivot a little bit. This is my show, this is my live. I didn't intend on talking about this, but talking about it as long. But I'm gonna go back to the topic because I'm interested in it. So now that we understand what communism is and what's going on with that, I also learned because there's been a lot of I've heard one particular, but I've heard it a few times before too. Democrats talking about that they're socialists. Have you heard this? You know what I'm saying? Have you heard about this? A lot of Democrats are, when I hear them talk, they outwardly say that they're socialists. And I thought, when I learned when I was in school, that all this stuff that's not a republic, or at least a democracy, is kind of bad. So the reason I'm talking about socialism is because China is a communism country, right? And we always been taught since we've been growing up that China's bad, this is bad, you feel me? They over there bad. But we seem to be going more towards some type of, so either we gonna stick with, this is what I'm saying. With this administration, it's like, this is fascism, right? Like, and fascism is where, it's kind of like socialism too, but fascism is kind of like bad. Like the government hold on to all the money too. Socialism just control everything and send out, you feel me? And the government, sends out, the government sends, what, we're gonna look it up right now. I ain't even gonna stumble over here. Socialism. All right, this is socialism. We're gonna break it down. Socialism is a political and economic system where the community or the government owns and controls the means of production, like factories and land, instead of private individuals. The goal is to distribute wealth and resources more equally and to meet everyone's basic needs, often by prioritizing cooperation over competition. All right, so they for the people, but they control all the money. You know what I'm saying? So what is fascism? Fascism is a far-right political ideology characterized by totalitarian government that suppresses opposition and enforces extreme nationalism. All right, so we can stop right there. So, yeah, okay. So fascism is extreme political ideas, like extreme political values, and you know what I'm saying. MAGA. I mean, as far as, and I'm not saying MAGA because I disagree with their political views, which I do, but I'm saying MAGA in regard to their extreme political interests and values. Extreme type of Christian, not even like Old Testament Christian for real values and stuff like that is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so MAGA is kind of like cult like. You feel me? So yeah, that's fascism for sure. And then when governments like that control MAGA and shit, when they get in control, yeah, that makes sense. When they get into control, they'll they'll go after like specific nationalities or ethnicities that don't align with their political values and interests, which Project 2025 kind of talked about as far as voter suppression and redistricting and stuff to more fit conservative values, redistricting, where people live and shit like that, right? And when you redistrict something, that's how you control the resources, right? That's how you control who gets what and where what goes who. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do that for. So it's been a lot of that going on. It's been a lot of that going on with this current administration. And again, they told you all this in their Project 2025. So we understand what socialism is. Socialism is supposed to be the government is being the good guys and they holding all the money and they just help it, distribute stuff everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Are you a communist, bro? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a communist, bro. Are you? Distractions. Yeah, that's all that is. Yeah, but anyways, so we talked about what socialism is, we talked about what fascism is, and we talked about kind of where and we talked about what communism is too. So out of all of those, which one would I rather have? I suppose socialism. You know what I mean? I suppose socialism, but even with socialism, I feel like with a socialist state, if you outwardly gonna be a socialist, I feel like that can always lead to, communism. And the next step is another step could be fascism. Like it's a slippery slope because they all kind of like the same thing. No. So, anyways, I say all that to say again, we have open officials like the mayor from New York who openly says that he's a socialist. Who else says that they're a socialist? Bernie, the dude, Bernie, what's dude name? What's dude name? Bernie what? What's dude name? Kept running for president, old man. But anyways, yeah, he says he's a socialist too. So, I just want to know, is that do we want that? So a lot of people are outwardly admitting who they are. Nowadays, I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. Bernie Sanders. Speaking of socialists, this TV that's in here right now is playing. That's crazy. Look at that. You can't make that up. Hold on. The other Nazi dude gonna come. No, or did he already go? He had on swastika symbols, bro. I swear. He had on swastika symbols, bro. I swear. He had on swastika symbols. I swear. You couldn't use it. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. Nah, for sure. It's all good. Distractions. Yeah, Sanders crazy, boy. Uh, oh nigga. But yeah, nah, man, we talked about a few things today, bro. We talked about a few things. I ain't gonna make it too long. Oh, there you go, there you go. That shit look crazy. Hold on. Is that a girl? What is that? What is this? I'm just letting it play. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This just came on, y'all, while I was talking about this. Look at this. Y'all ever seen this movie? Yo, these Batman's getting dark and weird, bro. Hell no. All right, yeah, we good. But yeah, that's essentially all I had to talk to y'all about tonight, bro. As I'm getting back in the flow and in the swing of things, we talked about China banning gay apps and stuff like that. There, I didn't even know that they allowed stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you feel me? Not only did I knew that they wasn't having one-to-one child policy no more. I knew that was over with. You know what I'm saying? I knew that was over with. But I thought, that since they did stuff like that, that yeah, for sure, people can't be gay. What? That's a communist country. They control everything. So I mean, that would be the difference between communism and socialism, where communism, they just control the stuff like that. They don't recognize gay marriage. But I guess you can still be gay for sure. But they deleted some apps and stuff. Or you can't do that over there. But again, they also have this is the same place that also has a social credit system that measures your biometrics, meaning how much you weigh, your gender, your age. It's really like a game. You feel me? It's like a game. It's got all your stats. You know what I mean? How you vote. You feel me? Your social security numbers, like everything that's pertinent to you and that should be in a wallet or something like that, is now kind of like it's in your wallet, but it's also on a card. These they don't have it in they ain't chipping them yet that I know of, but that's where it's going. Because again, they don't call you a person no more. They call you a consumer. Did you know that? They call you consumer. So that's how the world around you treats you. And not only is China been doing this social credit system, that again is just as future generations go, yeah, they is eventually gonna start chipping them at birth. Because I mean, if you're gonna have an ID like that, then the best thing for you to do is to have it in your neck, or you feel me, your side of your face, or whatever. You feel me? Yeah. The cool thing, but y'all can't see it. The cool thing about this is I got mirrors right here, so I can look at myself while I do this. So this is hard. This is gonna be good for me. It's gonna be good feedback for me. Yeah, this is a good content space right here. We in a new content house and space too, by the way, y'all. I just want y'all to know that for those of y'all that's gonna be tuning in the future. We getting back to our consistency and getting everything right. So y'all don't worry about the numbers, and y'all don't worry about nothing like that, because it's all coming. I mean, again, YouTube just told me not that long ago that they finna start paying you, boy. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate those of y'all that's gonna be a part of this tribe and family, because again, we gonna actually be outside. We gonna actually be in these environments where we need to be and where we're called to be. So just stay along for the journey. You feel me? Just stay along for the journey. But yeah, that's what's going on with China. Uh, and then again, over here, that ICE situation happened. But again, Beastie the shooter told us that ICE be getting bust at. That they be busting that ICE. You feel me? That's what Beastie told me. That they be busting that ICE. You feel me? So, and if you do read the document of that situation that happened in somewhere in southern Illinois, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that yes, ICE has faced many gun standoffs, being beaten with rocks and objects. Like, yeah, Chicago not playing. So I'm very proud of Chicago, and I'm very glad, you know what I'm saying, that that my people are at least standing up for themselves. And again, I'm not saying that we don't need border security and stuff like that. I'm not against protecting your sovereignty as a nation. I'm just saying that there's a better way to do it than coming up being masked. So I think removing the mask would be like the first step. You know what I mean? And they already have. That's another topic too. They already have said in the Supreme Court ruling. I should. Oh man, see, man, I've been slipping, man. I've been letting me slip, man. They already said in the Supreme Court case and finding that they finna start making it where they can't wear their mask no more. You know what I'm saying? That's because it's people or they trying to pass it or something like that. My fault. They trying to pass it. You feel me? So they already said that they trying to get it to where they can't wear the mask no more for obvious reasons. But just for y'all to know, because people are running around acting like they ICE. You feel me? And doing crimes and robbing stuff and breaking in grocery stores and shit like that. You feel me? So that's good stuff. That's good stuff. It's good to know that they getting busted at for sure. That's good to know. Let's see where we at. I gotta go to 35. We gotta go to 35. So, but I'm starting to take a look at the world around me, bro. And I'm just like, it's almost at the point where you don't even want to like pay attention to anything specific so you don't feel no type of way about nothing. Because on one hand, Trump and Steve Bannon, that's the real Trump, Steve Bannon. Trump and Steve Bannon was talking about running for being on the ballot on 2028. That would mean Trump gets 3 terms. You know what I'm saying? Then on the other hand, we have, he said if we lose the midterms, then we lose 2028. If we lose the midterms, which just happened November 4th, and they lost the midterms as far as key states and stuff like that. I'm not a politician, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what I learned. You feel me? I'm just telling y'all what I learned. You feel me? But that's what he says. He said if we lose the midterms, we lose 2028. So I don't know if that means still, that they're gonna try to run for a 3rd term. Again, that's there's no way to do that. It's in the Constitution. It's in the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to do that. Or if that means that what happens right now is gonna affect what happens tomorrow. And it always does. And it always does. But yeah, that was interesting to learn. About that too. And I'm glad to know again that Chicago is fighting back. Chicago deserves to be recognized for that. Because I definitely made a video when I first found out that auntie and grandmama and aunties and cousins and uncles, who didn't have nothing to do with nothing, was being drugged out of their homes and at late at night, 3 in the morning, early in the morning before they got to get up and go to work and go to school, and they were being zip tied and placed in detainment without explanation. You feel me? Yeah, I was on Chicago ass for that, but it's good to know that Chicago not going for nothing, And I would expect nothing less from a place like Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I would expect nothing less. You know what I'm saying? See what y'all talking about. Much love, Brazil. Shout out Brazil, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I got to come to Brazil too again. YouTube just told me that they finna start paying you, boy. So, we coming to Brazil very soon. And I want to talk to the people. I want to talk to people like you, brother. So I appreciate that. They gonna maneuver the Constitution like how they did in Ukraine. Yeah, you gotta educate me on what's going on Ukraine. I need to possibly put that in a live or something, because that sounds interesting. But yeah, the thing about the Constitution is, in it, not only does it say that we have extra rights that are not specifically listed and guaranteed listed and guaranteed on this piece of paper and document right here, but we have other things that we the people can come up with. But also it states it cannot be changed or altered. You feel me? As far as our original hardcore amendments. Now I could be wrong. Actually, we got to Google that too, because I don't like sitting on here guessing and shit. I ain't gonna act like I know a law. You know what I'm saying? Can the Constitution be changed? There we go. Yes. Woo! Hey, y'all, we learning something today. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest. We back at it. You feel me? This is day number 2. You know what? This is the subathon. You know what? Smack it. Smack it. You feel me? I'm watching my language. Y'all hear me, y'all? I'm being me, but I'm watching my language. You know it's all about growth. So smack it, smack it. You know, this is day number 2 of the 30-day subathon. You feel me? Yeah, we were doing it big for real. So, you know, this is day number 2. Anyways, we're talking about social credit systems in China, and also social credit systems like digital ID being introduced in the UK. And we all know the UK is next to kin to China, right? We all know that. You know, UK used to be our fathers not that long ago. The revolution was fought because of it. Did you not know? Do you not remember? That's where we get the Constitution in, you know, right after, stuff like that. That's where the Constitution comes from. So you got to understand that these things have been set in stone for a long time. But as I'm looking right here, it says, yes, the Constitution can be changed through a formal amendment process outlined in Article 5. You know what I'm saying? It say that right here. It say that. It say that right here, yo. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. We don't do no capping and act like, you feel me, we know everything and we know what's best. Nah, dog. I'm just a spark to point us in the right direction. You feel me? But it say it right here. Amendment number 5. A formal amendment can be passed if agreed upon, and the Constitution can be changed. So, hey, they'll change the Constitution, and the Constitution. Man, that's crazy. So this is how it works. The proposal by Congress, an amendment is processed if passed by 2/3 vote in both the House of Representatives and the Senate. It's gonna pass. By convention, a national convention can be called to propose amendments if the legislature of 2/3 of the states apply for one. Ratification by state legislators. The proposed amendments is set to be sent to the states for ratification by the legislature, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. State convention, you know what I'm saying? But yes, the Constitution can be changed, y'all. She's OPs. She's OPs, so let me shut up and act like this shit can't happen. So yeah, it's very possible for the gentleman to be president for a 3rd time. Hey, we live in a very possible society. We live in that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, you know how much stuff can get changed then? Everything can change. Man, and then I can hear the old folks right now, or just the ones that read Project 2025. Did you not read? Did you not read it? I can hear them. They screaming at us. They're screaming at us right now, y'all. Right now, you don't hear them? Yeah, boy, they're like, boy, you should have read that. Or that's crazy. Yes, it can be changed. All right, let's see when the last time the Constitution has been changed. All right, the last amendment to the U.S. Constitution was the 27th Amendment, which was ratified in 1992. It prohibits any law increasing or decreasing the salary of members of Oh, yo, check this out. The last amendment that was changed to the Constitution was to make sure that Congress salary doesn't get changed if something changes. You feel me? Was to make sure that they still keep getting money and more money. You feel me? No matter what happens. Yo, I'm gonna finish reading it though. I just thought that was funny. You feel me? I just thought that the last time that the Constitution was changed, it was to benefit the motherfuckers who were changing the Constitution. Not us. Like, I just think that's so fascinating. What about you? That's fascinating to me. Jeez, oh, peace. All right, so again, the last amendment to the U.S. Constitution was the 27th Amendment, ratified in 1992. It prohibits any law increasing, like any law that changes or whatever the case may be, no matter, any law, anything. You feel me? Like corruption, stuff like that. Any law. Decreasing the salary of members of Congress from taking effect until after the next election of the House of Representatives. Okay, and the House of Representative elections be kind of like, do it be 4 years? I gotta look that up too. The amendment was originally proposed in 1789 alongside the Bill of Rights, but was not ratified until more than 200 years later. Damn, they was been trying to do that. What's up with it? What's up with it, dog? What's up with it, dog? What's up with it, y'all? Appreciate y'all being here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest, by the way. We in a new content house. Oh my gosh, I got echoes in my you know what I'm saying? I can you feel me? I got echoes in mine. Yeah. I kind of did a little tour. No, I didn't. Not on YouTube Live, because I don't know if I want to do that. I might have to. I might do it. I might not do it. I don't know. But just know we got room for all of y'all that are interested in the content house. You know that we got to get it. You know our numbers are steadily climbing. But I mean, come on, y'all see what's going on. We the biggest. You know what I'm saying? We the biggest. You feel me? We got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. What else we got? A nice backyard for you. You feel me? Free breakfast is gonna be included in our content house. Oh yeah, I'm doing it real smooth, you know. But anyways, aside from all that, YouTube just told your boy that they're getting ready to pay him. Oh my gosh. So we literally are finna be the biggest, because we worldwide for sure. You know what I'm saying? We're worldwide for sure. You know, for sure. So, with all that being said, this will not be possible without support from wonderful members of the human society like yourselves. And I appreciate being intertwined with y'all in times such as these, because y'all know that it's an interesting time to be alive right now. But I get to spend it with people like yourselves, and we get to really understand what's going on in the world and kind of like grow and move together. So that's righteous right there. And I appreciate that. 27th Amendment, dog. That ratification was May 7th, 1992. To prevent Congress from granting itself immediate pay raises. So I'm confused. To prevent Congress from granting itself immediate pay raises. Okay, so it actually was good. Okay, so this actually was a good thing. This was a good thing because I guess Congress up until 1992 was, they could change their salary during the current administration. Okay, I see. See, we learn right here. So with 27th Amendment, that was ratified in May 7, 1992. The purpose of it was to prevent Congress from granting itself immediate pay rises. It couldn't take effect until the next election. So it just wouldn't benefit whoever's in the current seat. But then you would just kind of make sure you get elected next election, and kind of have it set up. So I don't know. But anyways, that was a good thing though. That was a good thing. All right, so shit, we learning, dog. We're learning, dog. Oh yeah, man, we learning, dog. We guiding and learning, dog. This is dope. So the last amendment to the Constitution was to actually kind of prevent corruption. Good job, guys. You know what? I gotta get an American horn, an American sticker. You feel me? I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get one of those. Every time I think the U.S. does a good job. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yes, we learned a few things here today. Not only can the Constitution be changed. The last time it was changed was about 34 years ago, 35 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't that long ago. And it was changed to prevent corruption. What if, and it just takes 2/3. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. See, these people, we can call them stupid, but at least these people know how the system works. Like, okay, so we just learned also that you need 2/3 to agree in order for an amendment to be passed. You need 2/3 to agree. So that's why Steve Bannon said if we lose the midterms, then we lose 2028 because you need more than 2/3 to agree on correcting an amendment or changing something. All right, that makes sense. And with Democrats in the House, especially socialists, you feel me? He's not gonna agree to that. Oh man, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I did not know you could change the Constitution like that. Man, it shows what I know. Jeez, oh, peace. Now, for one more time, let's see what the heck a socialist is. One more time, just to make sure I understand. They like collective ownership. Key industries, resources, and distribution of goods are controlled by the community as a whole, either directly or through the state. Either directly or through the state. Okay. It aims to focus on equality. It aims to reduce income inequality and ensure that wealth generated by society is shared more equitably. Okay, but is social? Let's see, why is socialism bad for a country? One criticism of socialism is that in any society where everyone holds equal wealth, okay, it means like, okay, if you're a socialist, that means you can't be you can't. They don't believe in like billionaires and shit like that. Okay, that's why you want a capitalistic society where everybody can come up at their own terms and not where they limited by the government. Because with a socialist government, okay, with a socialist government, you can only make, you feel me? Because so they keep everybody equal. That's like a that's like a robot state. Ah, okay, but let's see what the definitions say. So one criticism of socialism is that in any society where everyone holds equal wealth, there can be no material incentive to work because one does not receive rewards for a work well done. They further argue that incentives increase productivity for all people, and that the loss of those would lead to stagnation. Okay, so yeah, that's like some fall in line. Everybody dressed the same. Everybody everybody look the same. You feel me? Like I mean, that's kind of what it's gonna be. Everybody gonna be the same. You know, everybody gonna be the same. So okay. With a capitalistic society, anybody can come up. But it's also gonna be some really poor people too, because it's gonna be really rich people. So in order for somebody to win, somebody gonna lose too. Okay, I get it. What about y'all? Y'all get it? Yeah. So you want everybody to be equal, or you want an opportunity to be able to flex? You know what I'm saying? What you want? Which one you want? You know what I'm saying? Which one you want? You know, if everybody was equal, would I be able to do this? What I'm doing right now? I don't know, bro. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm able to pop my, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to, you feel me? I'm able to pop my, you feel me? I'm able to, you know what I'm saying? Like the reason I'm able to do this right now is because I kind of had to come up from nothing, you know? But if everybody's the same, and if I'll never, no matter what I do, be able to overcome a certain threshold, is it the same? No, no, it's not the same, bro. I'm not for socialism. Uh, you know, then you might be like, oh man, you must be for homelessness and stuff then, because again, just because somebody get money, again, that means somebody not getting money. I'm aware. But in a republic, let's look at what a republic is. Let's see where we're living at, y'all. This is supposed to be a democratic republic. It's supposed to be a democracy, but let's see what a republic is. Democratic republic. A democratic republic is where the supreme power is held by the people, meaning the final say so of whatever happens in our country is held by the people, meaning nuclear war and everything, gun rights and everything, everything is held by the people. So a democracy is different though, because a democracy means where the people hold the power to choose their leaders and influence laws. You know what I'm saying? Typically through voting. A republic is a form of government where power is held by the people through elected representatives and is limited by a constitution that protects the rights of all citizens, including the minority from the will of the majority. Including the minority from the will of the majority. All right? All right. Hey, y'all, this is an interesting live today because not only is this our second live in the content house. You feel me? This is our second live. I gotta fix my pen. Yeah, I gotta fix my pen. Yeah, this is our second live in the content house. You feel me? And the new content house, you know what I'm saying? This is our second live. So that's the reason why it's interesting. But then also, we're learning so much today. It's like, wow. Wow. So a republic is actually better because even though democracy means that it's the voting majority of the people can be influenced because it can be biased, whether racially or socially, economically. You know what I'm saying? In a democracy, so a republic is supposed to check that. Oh man, we learning so much. I hope y'all learning so much. Like I'm learning something. I did not expect this live to be like this. I'm learning so much. Wow. Okay, so you actually kind of want a mixture of both, where not only do you make the low level decisions, but you make all the high decisions too, and then you have a constitution like a republic that keeps everything in checks and balances, which y'all know that we do. So actually, God bless America. America is the best place to be currently on the planet. We need to protect our democracy and our democratic republic of checks and balances, and we don't need any type of authoritarian socialist. You feel me? You feel me? We don't need no type of authoritarian tyranny, Nazi, fascism, and we don't want robotic. Everybody got to be the same. Socialist Democrats. We don't want none of this shit. Oh my gosh, I'm glad. I'm learning. We don't want none of this. We don't want none of this. We don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. But kind of what happens when you get a person like Trump is that people like socialists can creep through. And then they're kind of on the ballot. They have more extreme views towards certain things, but they're what I'm saying is when you get people like Trump, anything that makes sense, even a little bit, becomes better than that. So we kind of like we in this slippery space of kind of like we're allowing people into our country that have altered the course of our history in this country for at least the next 100 years. Even if we change what's being amended currently, with voter rights being redacted and stuff like that, the effects of it is still going to be felt for the next 25, 50, the next 100 years, right now. Wow. That's crazy, bro. I did not know this. I did not know this. Oh, man. I'm at 52. Y'all know I got to go for a whole 60. Oh, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate, Bro, get out of this shit, man. I'm going to do it real quick. So the content house is, Content house is cooking. I appreciate y'all being here. Just to show y'all kind of like what we're working at. Let me see. This is kind of where I'm going to be doing this. And then I'm going to have something for you clippers, like you clip farmers that be clipping on Twitch and all that there. You feel me? I got a nice big screen for y'all to watch that right there and clip everybody I need to clip. You feel me? And then when you work in the content space, you feel me? We got the nice wall right here. This is where the desk gonna be at. We gonna have the mic drop. We gonna have a mic drop right over in here. You feel me? Right over in here. Free breakfast is gonna be included. 6 or 7. Not the punk taught me that. You gotta feed your people. So free breakfast is gonna be included. State of the art kitchen. You know what I mean? State of the art kitchen. I will not be putting in a banana by your bag though, like 607 did me. You know what I'm saying? I won't be doing that to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it easy for you when you come over here. You just better come prepared and come right. You feel me? Because we're not playing over here. Solar system. I might name the content house the solar system. But yeah, multiple TVs. We ain't really come here to watch no TV though. But yeah, I'm just kind of showing y'all where y'all gonna be at. So y'all got that. Should I show them the backyard? Lord, yeah, let me show you the backyard. Let me show y'all the back. And I'm walking through the house with my shoes. Y'all won't be doing that because it won't be no shoes. We're gonna have slippers and stuff for y'all to walk through the house. Cause you feel me? We got hardwood floors. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, and if you want to get some ground in there, it's a little snow going on right now. You know, but we got a nice sized backyard for y'all to get some ground in. You know, I'm not playing. You feel me? Not playing. Because one thing we is over here, we are the biggest and we are the best, by the way. I appreciate y'all being here. We finna be worldwide. We're already worldwide, but you know what I mean. We finna be on foot with it outside. You know, touching the people, letting the people touch us, to various degrees. You know, let me show y'all a little bit more real quick. You notice I gotta go up multiple sets of stairs. You feel me? Multiple sets of stairs. I ain't popping. I'm just saying that I don't come from much. You feel me? So I'm proud of myself. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But we got a bathroom for you right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is one of the rooms for you. Depending on how long you stand, this is one room for you right here. You know, you know, you know, this, this is another room for you right here. There ain't no TV in none of these rooms. Well, it's a TV. It was a TV in that one. I'm gonna take it out because we ain't watching no TV. You ain't coming in to watch no TV because you came in to work. No, so it's a bed right there for you. You feel me? Yeah. You feel me? I got a bed right here. I got a bigger bed right here. So this room gonna cost a little more because the bed bigger. So this room, this room gonna cost a little more because the bed bigger. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Right on. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, welfare, I think people need help. I don't think there's nothing wrong with help. I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think there's no problem or issue with the state helping people, because if we pay into the state, everything is supposed to be help. You feel me? For the people. The problem is when people, when we elect the wrong officials that do the wrong thing with the money, and then people who don't even want to help themselves take advantage of the money. But you can't really control who takes advantage of the money because it's the money. You feel me? And it's like kind of like when you give the money. Not to say that people that need help are homeless, but you understand my analogy. But that's like when you give something to a homeless person and they don't want they gonna use the money, but they gonna use it to go get some dope. You feel me? Are they don't want your food. You feel me? Go ahead, you might as well just give them the dope. You feel me? You feel me? You might as well give them the dope because that's all they wanted. So you can only help people so much is what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't have no problem with help. Everybody need help. And if you in a society again where it's for the people, by the people, then people know that people need help. But hold on, I'm almost done with my tour. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you for sure. I work hard. I work hard. So, anyways, yeah, that's the bed though. It's gonna cost more because it's a bigger bed. You know what I'm saying? It costs more because it's a bigger bed. You feel me? So this room costs more. I just want y'all to know that when you're booking with me, this room, this room right here gonna cost you more. You know what I'm saying? The other two rooms gonna be about the same for you, but this room right here gonna cost you more. All right? And then this room right here gonna cost you a nice penny, but you get deluxe services. Not only do you have a nice bed, you got 2 walk-in closets. Then you're gonna have a master bathroom for yourself. Where you can look in the mirror and you can feel like, man, I'm really cold. You can do that. You can do that. And you gotta hold on, I gotta close the blinds real quick. Hold on. People be watching me. I don't think so, but I know so. And then you got a master bath. You feel me? Where you can handle your business. You know what I'm saying? That's the top premium room right there. But I want y'all to know that's how you're living when you're in the solar system. You're gonna be living good. You ain't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna be in the content space. I'm gonna be good. You don't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna be in the content space. And you got all this space up here for yourself. And then for those of us that don't have the bathrooms in our room, we got a community bathroom right here that is going to be maintained for your Well, y'all gonna maintain it once y'all get here, but it'll be clean when you get here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be clean when you get here. And then, that's kind of one of my things too. A nasty bathroom mean you nasty, and I don't want to work with nasty people. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's all about alignment. You know what I mean? Anybody can't just come over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, in the solar system, like 3-eye atlas. That's hard. So yeah, y'all, I need to make me a site for that. But I need to keep working, doing my thing. And again, with this 30-day subathon type of deal that I'm doing right now, and this is day 2. Getting back to consistency. Yeah. I'm gonna make that be known that this is what we got going on. So yeah, like I said, we got free breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Free breakfast. Free breakfast. I learned that from free breakfast. I learned that from And then down here we got the content space again. I gotta get the mic. The mic drop gonna be right there. I'm gonna have probably like the desk and stuff like right there. You feel me? And then currently, I got a couch. You feel me? I got the couch right there, and I got the TV right there. You know what I'm saying? I got the TV right there. You know what I'm saying? Press every guest you get there. Nah. I ain't gonna do what 607 did to me. He ain't press me. It was just, y'all seen my live. I ain't gotta talk about this shit no more. But what I'm saying is, what I'm gonna do is, it's all about alignment. You feel me? Now if you trick me and cause Unc ain't do no questionnaire or nothing like that. It's just if you was ready to come, you feel me? Come on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of gonna do something similar, but I ain't gonna do that. I mean, it's more like, if we align, pull up. I want to help out everybody because I'm helping out myself still. So, it got to make sense. So, yeah, I ain't here to press you, though. I ain't here to make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm here to do. I think that defeats the purpose. Now, if you make me feel uncomfortable in any way, you feel me? Then you got to go. And I don't even want it to get to that point. So before I let you in this house that's paid for, before I do that, let me check you out. You feel me? Let me make sure I know who I'm talking to, who I'm looking at. That's important to me. That's important to me. But yeah, man, we had a lot of different, some good information going on today. We talked about a lot of different things. Oh man, we talked about so much. We talked about how China got a social credit system, how they introducing it in the UK, kinda. They call it digital ID. We talked about that in a different live too, but we all connected it to because I didn't know that China even allowed gay situations to go on. So they ban gay dating apps in China. You feel me? You can't do that in China. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that in China. I didn't even know you could do anything in China. So we talked about that. We talked about the difference between socialism, communism, fascism, you know what I'm saying? Isms. We talked about all the isms. And we learned that in the Constitution, it can be changed, y'all. This Constitution can change, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone. Excuse me. It's not set in stone. The Constitution can be changed. So we learned all of that today. You know what I'm saying? And then, let me think. Make sure I marked all my bases off. Socialism, capitalism, communism. Constitution can be changed. Am I missing anything? Nope. I think that's it, y'all. And then we kind of like took a tour of the content house a little bit. I showed y'all where y'all gonna be staying at, the free breakfast. I showed y'all everything that where I was gonna be. I might do a whole nother live, kind of like specifically more on that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But anyways, man, getting back into the flow of things, man. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Let me see. Did I complete my task? Oh, I gotta finish I gotta make it 105. I can't leave on 104. I gotta make it 105. So I'm trying to think, did I miss anything? Oh man. Ain't gonna lie, Mud. Oh man. This is off topic, but I've been watching these niggas, these young niggas, Kai Rakai and Toda and well, I haven't watched Toda, but Rakai and Ray, the streamers. I have never watched them before, so I didn't know how these dudes get down. They young as hell though. I mean, I guess that's why they act so weird. I'm saying strange, you know. But yeah, I'm learning a whole lot of different things, man. But I appreciate y'all being here. This is probably, in my opinion, as far as my preparedness and my delivery, this is probably, I can do better, But I appreciate y'all for being here. You feel me? I'm getting back to my consistency. I'm getting back to what I do, And this is day number 2. So, anyways, I'll catch y'all next time, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.